Okay, here we go. U10A boys, Summit versus Vale. Opening face off. So Jackson Reed will take the face off. We have Hendrick, Jeremiah, Arlo, and Bodie on the ice. So Summit pushes it into the Vale zone. Vale takes control behind the net. They're going to push it forward and skate it out of the zone. 2-on-2 break going the other way. And Vale fans on the shot. Arlo steals the puck and takes it behind the net. He's going to send it back around. Bodie's going to grab it. All right, Vale is moving the puck well in the neutral zone. They skate it in. Bodie with the excellent defensive play. Poke checks it away, takes it behind the net, and he will skate it out of the zone. He's got some speed going into the zone. Picked up by Jackson Reed. And they're going to try to take control of this puck and get it centered. Jeremiah on the other end keeps it in play. And the puck squirts out of the zone. Someone's going to have to reset here. Cross pass ice to Bodie. Excellent. Bodie's going to go in. He's going to make a move. And he's going to get a backhand shot. Goes over the net. Puck was centered. Shot attempted. And it's going to squirt back out to the zone. And Vale's going to take it the other way. Poke checked away by Jeremiah. Excellent defensive play by Summit there. Gets it out of the zone. Jackson Reed going the other way. He's going to get a shot off. Blocked in front. And goes wide. Finn McFarland with the puck now. He gets a shot off. Blocked in front. And he's going to keep it in play. Excellent effort there by Finn McFarland. And Vale's going to push it out of the zone. Caden's going to skate after the puck. He'll take control, and he's going to push it to the corner. Hendrick is going to fight for the puck in the corner. They get it out of the zone. Jackson Reed fighting for the puck. Vale dumps it deep down in. Caden's going to grab the puck, send it around the boards. Jeremiah's going to be on the other side to receive it. And he's going to try to push it out. Puck goes on net. Jackson Yu flips it to the corner. And Hendrick is going to try to get it out of the zone on the near boards here. Squirts to Finn McFarland. Finn's going to get it out. Hendrick dumps it in the zone. They're going to have to chase it. They need a change here quick. All right, Vale's got it behind the net. Finn's got it on the boards. He'll keep it in play. He centers it, intercepted by Vale, and they're going to take it back the other way. Excellent defense by Finn McFarland. Breaks up the play. And Vale's going to get it deep in the zone now. Jackson Reed's going to go after the puck. He's going to send it around. Caden and Jeremiah are going to be there to receive the puck. And they're going to try to skate it out. Puck, ooh. They take a shot, saved by Jackson Yu. Puck kind of floating in front of the net. And Jeremiah's going to take it back the other way, going fast. He's got Hendrick, and that's going to be offside. So they're going to be able to get a switch here. We got 8 minutes left in the first period. Score is 0-0. We got Jackson Fields taking the face-off. We have the Houston Twins, Bodie, and Arlo on defense here. Summit wins the face-off. Arlo tries to push it up the board. Stolen by Vale. Arlo takes control again and flips it back behind the boards. Max is there to receive. Puck gets pushed back behind the net. Arlo's back there. He's going to send it around. Again, Max is going to try to gain control of that puck. Jackson Fields coming over to help out. Ooh, centering pass. All right, Summit's struggling to get the puck out of the zone here. Arlo's got it again. And he will take control and skate the puck out. He's going to push the puck forward. Max battling on the boards here. And Bodie's got the puck now. He's going to keep it moving forward. Max gets the puck and pushes it forward into the zone. Jackson Fields has it. Hard shot on net. Glove save. All right, nice quick shift. 7 minutes left in the first period. Score still 0-0. Jackson Reed will take the face off. We have Gunner and Sawyer in there, and Finn and Caden on D. Caden pushes it deep in the zone, keeps it in play, goes back out to the point, and Vale's going to take it back the other way. Shot on goal, saved by Jackson Yu. Rebound goes behind the goal, and they're going to fight for it in the corner. Gunner comes up with it, makes a move, and he's going to get it out of the zone. This might be icing. We'll see here. Icing. All right. Jackson Reed taking the face off, wins the face off. Shot on goal. Puck is pushed in front of the net. Sun's able to get it out. Jackson Reed trying to clear, unable to. Finn McFarland's going to go after the puck in the corner. He's going to take it around. He's going to try. He's going to cut back, send it back around. Sawyer's in there, and he'll push the puck forward. The squirts out. Vale takes possession, and they will dump it back in. Finn's going to retrieve the puck and skate it right back out. He's got Sawyer and Jackson Reed. A little bit of interference from Vale there. But Vale's going to come up with it and skate it back in the zone. Excellent defensive play by Caden and Jackson Reed. And Caden's going to come back up with it. He's got some speed. He's going to get it out of the zone here. And Gunner almost had a good opportunity there. The puck's going to go back the other way. Shot on goal, saved by Jackson Mew. Puck is deflected behind the net. And Finn McFarland is going to send it back around. Caden's going to be there to retrieve the puck. Sawyer grabs it, pushes it out of the zone. And Vale's going to push it back in. Vale's going to come back in on a 2-on-3. Too much traffic up front. Excellent defense by Summit. Gunner's going to come up with the puck, and he's going to push it out of the zone. And that's going to be offsides on Vale. We got 5 minutes left in the first period. Score is still 0-0. Got Jackson Fields taking the face off. We have Hendrick, and we have Jeremiah in here. Arlo and Bodie are on D. Arlo takes the puck behind the net, cuts back. He's going to pass it up to Hendrick. Hendrick's going to try to get the puck out, gets a stolen shot up front, saved by Jackson Yu, and he covers it. All right, face off in Summit zone. Jackson Fields will take it. Same crew out on the ice. Bill makes a change up here. Jackson wins the face-off, takes control of the puck, skates it out of the zone. Gets caught up on the boards. And Vale's able to push it out. Bodie Lowe takes control of the puck, passes it across the ice over to Arlo, intercepted by Vale. Vale's going to push it in the zone, back to Bodie. And Bodie's going to skate it out of the zone and all the way in. He's got a chance here. He shoots on goal. Glove saved by Vale. All right, Summit switches it up. We have the Houston Twins in there. Jackson Reed will take the face off. We have Bodie and Arlo still on D. And Arlo shoots. It gets deflected up and over the net. And I believe Vale maybe call for high sticking on that one. Or not. All right, Jackson Reed takes the face off again. Goes out to the point. Bodie's going to take a shot. Nice hard shot up in front. Try to stuff the rebound in there. They cannot. Saved by the goalie. Summit takes it behind the net. Wraparound attempt. Goes back to Bodie. Bodie's going to take a shot. Nice save by the goalie. Jackson Reed in the corner. And there's a whistle. I didn't see the penalty, but that's going to be a penalty on Vale. So Summit will go on a power play. There's 3 minutes, 28 seconds left in the first period. Score is 0-0, and Summit will go on a power play. So Finn McFarland in there, keeping it in play. Jackson Reed's going to have an opportunity. Shot blocked. Jackson Reed takes a shot. Gets to the goal, and it's covered. Sorry, that was Finn McFarland taking that shot. All right, face off, won by Summit. Goes to Caden. Caden can't control the puck. He's going to skate after the puck, push it into the corner. Vale dumps it deep into the zone. Finn McFarland chasing after the puck. He's going to send it around the boards. Vale's going to steal the puck mid-ice, and they're going to have a chance here. Everyone's falling. Gunner has the puck now in the corner. Finn McFarland fighting for it. Jackson Fields is going to come steal that puck and skate it out of the zone. He's got a one-on-one going the other way, and he's going to take a shot. Glove save by the Vale goalie. All right, face off in the Vale zone. Jackson Reed will take it. We have Hendrick in there, Jeremiah, Bodie, and Arlo. All right, Summit trying to keep it alive. Jeremiah pushing it up the boards. Jackson Reed in there. Cross pass ice to Arlo. Arlo's going to chase after it on the boards. Vale's able to poke it out, and there's going to be a one-on-one going back the other way. Excellent defensive play by Bodie. Summit takes control of the puck. Arlo's going to send it up the boards to Hendrick, and that's going to be offsides on Vale. All right, 1 minute, 50 seconds left in the first period. Score still 0-0. Jackson Fields will take the face-off here. The Houston Twins in there. Bodie and Arlo are still in D. The face-off goes deep into the Vale zone. And they're going to fight for it in the corner. Puck squirts out. Goes to Bodie. Bodie's going to push the puck forward to Jeremiah. Jeremiah's going to try to push it up. He's got 4 players on him. Jackson Fields is going to come up with it, circle back around, and he's going to try to skate it into the zone. Max is chasing, and he's going to send it around the boards. Ben's on the other side, and he's going to try to center. It goes back to Bodie at the point. Bodie's going to keep it alive and in the zone. And Vale's going to come up with it. Arlo's going to chase after the puck and gain control. And he's going to take it around the back of the net. Cuts back. And he is able to skate the puck out of the zone. There's a 1-on-2 going the other way. Excellent pass to Jackson Fields. Jackson Fields is going to get a shot off, but deflected in front by a Vale player. Centering pass right back to Jackson Fields. He takes another shot. Saved by the goalie. And Vale's going to come back the other way. Bodie's going to make an excellent defensive play, regain control of the puck, and he's going to circle back around. Little toe drag, poke checked away. Arlo's going to grab the puck and he's going to move it in. Poke checked away from him. There is a clean breakaway by Vale and glove save by Jackson Yu. All right, 3 seconds left in the first period. Score is still 0-0. Summit wins the face-off. Puck goes all the way across the ice. Sawyer grabs it, and that is the bell. Still 0-0 after the first period of play. Summit out shooting Vale 9-5. All right. Start of the second period. We got Jackson Reed taking the face-off. We have Sawyer and Gunner on the wings. We have Caden and Finn McFarland on defense. Vale's going to take a shot, hits the side of the net. They're going to pass it around to the point. They take another shot on goal. Ooh! It takes a funky bounce. They get the rebound and they score. Vale scores early in the second period. All right. Jackson Reed's going to take the face off. He wins. Sawyer's going to gain control of the puck. He's going to take it into the zone. He's going to attempt to shoot. Too much traffic out front. Puck's along the board. Sawyer's trying to dig it out of there. Puck squirts out. Sawyer chases after it behind the net. And Vale sends it around the boards. Caden takes control, dumps it deep into the zone, intercepted by Vale, and they're going to take it back the other way. Excellent defensive play by Caden. Breaks it up. Puck goes behind the net. Puck's going to squirt out along the board. Sawyer's going to grab it, and he's going to push it out of the zone. Goes right to the Vale defender. Gunner's going to apply some pressure there. Vale's going to take it back in. Excellent play, and that's going to be offsides. Excellent defense by Summit there. They're going to change it up. So we got 10 minutes, 47 seconds left in the second period. Vale leads 1-0. And Jackson Fields wins that face-off. Vale's able to gain control, pushes it deep into the Summit zone, goes behind the net. Bodie low in pursuit. Vale's going to push it back the other way. Arlo's going to grab the puck, and he's going to send it up the boards. Vale attempts to center. Nobody there. Again, Vale's going to send it back behind the net. Hendrick is going to go chase after the puck now. Arlo comes up with it, and Arlo's going to skate it right out of the zone, and He gets a poke checked away. Hendricks in the corner fighting for it. And Jackson Fields is going to dump the puck in the zone, goes right back to Vale. They're going to pass it back out, and they dump it into the Summit zone. Bodie Lowe is going to retrieve the puck behind the net and passes it up to Hendrick. Goes back around the boards. Jeremiah is going to grab it, and he's going to skate it out. Poke checked away by Vale. And Summit's still trying to gain control of the puck. Jackson Fields finally gets it out of there and is able to skate it into the zone. And taken away by Vale again. Arlo grabs the puck. He's going to wait until Summit resets. He dumps it deep into the zone. Summit's going to have to chase. Goes across ice. Just misses Hendrick. And Hendrick's going to try to keep it into play. The puck squirts out. And Hendrick's going to dump it in. Vale's going to dish it out. And Jeremiah is going to make an excellent defensive play along the boards here. Jackson Fields is in there. And Bodie Lowe is going to take control behind the net. And he will skate it out of the zone. He passes it, trying to find Jackson Fields. Can't quite connect. But Fields is along the boards trying to take control. Bodie Lowe again dumps it in, and that's going to be offsides on Summit. Eight minutes, 35 seconds left in the second period. Summit is down 1-0. Jackson Reed to take the face off. We have the Houston Twins in here. Finn McFarland and Caden on defense. Summit dumps it deep into their zone. Vale's going to take control behind the net. A lot of pressure by Summit here. All right, Jackson Reed's going to push it back behind the net. Ben's going to grab the puck around the boards here. Finn McFarland's going to keep it in play at the point. Jackson Reed struggling for the puck now, and it's going to square out of the zone. Finn McFarland takes control, and Vale comes up with it. They're going to go back the other way. Excellent defensive play by Jackson Fields. Vale's going to skate it into the zone. They're going to get a chance here. They shoot, and they score. Looked like a high blocker side goal on Jackson U. So we got 7 minutes, 48 seconds left in the second period, and Vale leads 2-0. Jackson Fields to take the face off. Vale gains control, pushes it into the zone. Gunner takes control of the pucks, pushes it out, gets it to Jackson Reed. He gets a poke checked away and still goes after it. There's going to be a whistle on the play here. All right, that was Gunner. He's up and moving. Looks like he's okay. All right, 7:33 left in the second period. Summit is down 2-0. Jackson Fields taking the face off. We have Sawyer in there, and Summit needs one more player. Jeremiah's going to come in, and we have Bodie and Arlo on defense. Summit wins the faceoff. Arlo takes control of the puck, and he's going to take it all the way behind the net. Actually, dishes it to Bodie. Bodie's going to take it around the net, and he will skate it out of the zone. He'll take it all the way in, and he'll check away, but Jackson Reed, the Fields has it. He's going to attempt a backhand, but too much traffic up front. There's a whistle on the play. It might be tripping on Vale. So 7 minutes left in the second period. Summit's down 2-0. Summit's going to go on a power play for tripping. We got Jackson Reed taking the face off. We have Jeremiah and Hendrick in there. And Arlo and Bodie are still on defense here. They're going to send it around and clear. This is going to be icing. Oh, refs wave it off. Bodie's going to grab the puck. And he's going to circle around. He's going to pass it up to Jeremiah. Jeremiah's going to push it down ice. Gets a poke checked away. Bodie gains control. He passes to Hendrick. Excellent pass. Hendrick's going to try to get a shot off, but blocked up front. Vale's going to take control, and they are able to clear the puck. Bodie Lowe gains control of the puck again, and he will pass it across ice to Arlo. Arlo's going to drive forward with a puck into the zone. He takes a shot from the blue line, saved by the goalie, and Vale's going to push it back up. Bodie's got it. Bodie's going to dump it deep in the zone, and someone will have to chase. Jeremiah and Jackson Reed all over it. They are able to clear the puck out. Goes back to Bodie, cross ice to Arlo, and Arlo will drive forward into the zone. And he is taken down on the boards. Puck is kind of loose up in the middle, and Vale comes up with it, and they are able to drive all the way down. Excellent defense by Bodie. Poke checks the puck into the corner. Vale is able to center. Puck is loose in the middle, and there's a whistle on the play. High sticking on someone. So it's going to be a penalty on Summit. Jeremiah, I believe it was high sticking. And with 5 minutes, 35 seconds left in the second period, Vale will go on a power play. And Jackson Fields taking the face off. Vale wins. They're going to get a shot off here, blocked in front by Caden. Excellent positioning. Puck is going to go behind the net. Vale's going to come up with it. They're going to try to center it. They're going to get a clean shot here. It's saved by Jackson Yu. Rebound, saved by Jackson Yu. They're going to get another centering pass. And that one gets deflected wide by Caden. Excellent defensive play there. Jackson Reed is going to dig the puck out of the corner. Another centering pass. They're going to shoot. Saved by Jackson Yu. Another centering pass. Goes to the point. Vale's going to shoot again. And that's going to go wide of the goal. Caden fighting for the puck behind the net. Finn McFarland's going to send it back around to Caden. Caden's going to push it forward. And Ben trying to get it out of the zone, couldn't do it. And excellent defensive play by Caden, breaking up the break to the net. Vale's going to gain control. They're going to get a clean shot here, broken up by Ben. Excellent defensive play. And Vale's going to take it around the back of the net. Summit unable to clear. The power play is over. They're at full strength. They need to switch it up here. And they're against the boards. Caden's able to push it out of the zone, gets it to Jackson Fields. Fields is going to try to get into the zone, but it's going to be offsides. And Summit's going to change it up. All right. We got Jackson Reed in there, Sawyer, Bodie, and Arlo back in on D. Gunner's back in the game. Gunner has the puck. He pushes it out of the zone. Vale's going to shove it right back in there. And Gunner's going to push it right back out. Finds Jackson Reed. Reed's going to start to push it forward. He's got 3 defenders around him. And Vale's going to come up with it and push it back. Bodie's got the puck now. And he will turn around and try to get the puck in the zone. He does. Poke checked away by Vale. Vale's going to push it right back out again. Arlo's going to chase after the puck. And he's going to turn around with it. Finds Jackson Reed. Reed's going to get it out of the zone. He's going to turn around and try to skate with it. And he gets in. A lot of defenders on him. He's able to push it around the boards. Gunner's on the other side to receive. And Gunner's going to try to center it. He finds Jackson Reed. Reed's going to shoot. Save. All right, Simon switches it up. We have Jackson Fields taking the face off. We have Hendrick and Jeremiah in there. Finn McFarland and Caden Armstrong on D. Caden passes it back over to Finn. Finn's going to have an chance. Blocked in front. Finn's going to dump it in deep. He's going to find Jeremiah in the corner there. And Vale is going to flip it out of the zone. This is going to be probably enough for icing here. $2:39 left in the second period. Summit is still down 2-0 this period. Jackson Fields to take the face off. Is able to come up with the puck. Vale steals it back, and they charge hard the other way fast. Caden Armstrong with an excellent defensive play pushes the puck to the boards. Vale comes up with a centering pass, unable to connect. Goes to the point. Vale's going to send it across the ice, and they're going to get a shot off. Saved by Jackson Yu. Finn McFarland's going to retrieve the puck in the corner, and he's going to get the puck out of the zone. Finds Hendrick. Hendrick's going to chase after it, and Vale's going to be able to push it back in. Jeremiah's in the corner battling for it, and there's a whistle. Probably offsides. Two minutes left in the second period. Summit is down 2-0. Jackson Reed wins the faceoff. Bodie Lowe's going to take control of the puck. He sends it around behind the net. Max is going to be on the corner to retrieve the puck. He pushes it forward, goes to the point. Excellent defensive play by Jackson Reed. Blocks the puck. And the puck's going to go into the Vale zone. They're going to flip it back out. And Arlo's going to make an excellent defensive play. Poke checks it away. And Jackson Reed's going to come up with a puck, and he's tripped, and they're going to call it. All right, 1 minute, 29 seconds left in the second period. Summit's down 2-0. Summit is going to go on a power play for tripping. And we have Jackson Reed, the Houston Twins. We have Bodie and Arlo and D. They win the face-off. Max is in the corner trying to dig the puck out. They push it out of the zone, and will be good enough for icing here. All right, Summit switches it up. Fields in to take the face off. We have Jeremiah and Gunner in there. Arlo and Bodie are still. Arlo takes a big shot from the blue line. Gets deflected, saved by the goalie. Sawyer's in the corner, trying to dig it out. Finds Jackson Fields, he takes a shot, saved by the goalie. 34 seconds left in the power play. Jackson Fields taking the face off. They win. Goes to Bodie. Bodie's going to flip the puck back around under pressure. Sawyer's going to go try to dig it out of the corner. Jackson Fields is going to pass it back to the point, back to Bodie. Bodie is unable to control it. Puck squirts out of the zone. And Bodie's going to pass it across ice to Arlo. Arlo's going to try to drive into the zone. Poke checked away. Arlo's trying to get out of the zone. And there's an injury. Whistle is blown. All right, we have 36 seconds left in the second period. Only 7 seconds left in the power play. Summit still trails 2-0. Jackson Fields will take the face off. He's got Sawyer and Gunner next to him. Bodie and Arlo are still in D. And Vale's going to come up with a puck. Power play is over. Sawyer's going to apply some pressure here. Vale's going to take it around the boards and out of the zone. Jackson Fields with an excellent defensive play. Poke checks it away. And that's going to be offsides on Vale. 18 seconds left in the period. Jackson Fields will take the face off. Still has Sawyer and Gunner next to him. Bodie and Arlo are in D. They win the face off. The puck squirts into the Vale zone. Jackson Fields is applying some pressure. And Vale's going to pass it out. Excellent defensive play by Arlo. Keeps it in play. And that's going to be the end of the second period. Summit trails 2-0. All right, here we go. Summit has to come out strong. We got Jackson Reed taking the face off. He's got Hendrick and Jeremiah next to him. And we have Caden and Finn McFarland on defense. All right, Jackson Reed with the face-off. Vale takes control. They move it into the zone. They're able to take a quick shot, saved by Jackson Yu, and the puck is poked out of the zone. This might be good enough for icing. All right, same crew out on the ice. Jackson Reed. Let's take the face off. He wins the face-off. Finn McFarland takes control of the puck, and he's able to clear the zone. Makes an excellent pass to Jeremiah. Jeremiah's got a clean break to the goal. Ow! Blocked at the last second. Puck goes back to the point. Finn McFarland takes control. He's able to tries to center to Hendrick, unable to connect, and Vale's going to try to clear through the middle of the ice. And Caden hustling to make the defensive play. Excellent play by Caden. Finn McFarland taking control of the puck and is able to clear the zone. He goes back the other way. He's got Hendrick and Jeremiah on either side. Hendrick's is going to try to shoot too much traffic in front and tries to center. Gets blocked by Vale. And Jeremiah's in there. Vale's able to clear the zone. Jackson Reed takes control. He pushes the puck up into the zone. Goes right back to Jackson Reed. Jeremiah now takes the puck. There's a one-on-one. And he is unable to get through the traffic. Vale comes up with the puck again. They're going to go back the other way. And they dump it deep into the Summit zone. Arlo's going to take control of the puck. And he's going to fling it back around the other way to a Vale player. They're going to attempt to wrap around. They try to center. Can't find any sticks. And it goes right to Jeremiah. He's going to take the puck. Poke checked away. Vale comes up with it. Excellent defensive play by Ben. And they're going to try to... Bodie's got the puck now. He's going to circle back around. And he's going to go into the zone. Drops it for Jackson Reed. Can't pick it up. And Vale takes control again. They're going to push it up the boards. Arlo's going to pick up the puck. Passes it across ice to Bodie. Bodie's going to pass cross ice to Max. Max is unable to control the puck, and it goes deep in the zone. Vale's going to pick it up, and they're going to send it around the boards. Ben's going to fight for it, and Vale's going to come up with it, and they're going to clear the zone. Jackson Reed steals the puck, passes it to Arlo. Arlo's going to take it in, poke checked away. Max is going to hold on to it while Arlo clears, and they're going to battle for it in the corner. Jackson Fields is in there too. Jackson Fields dumps it in. Vale takes control, and they're going to skate it out. Intercepted by Bodie. Bodie's going to make a move. He's going to be in the zone. There's a one-on-one. They poke check it away. Shot by Jackson Fields. Goes wide of the net. Excellent opportunity. Bodie's going to pass it back to Arlo. Arlo's going to... He's not unable to hold it in there, but pushes it in the zone, and that's going to be offsides. They're going to bring the puck all the way back into the Summit zone. We got Jackson Reed in there to take the face off. He's got Gunner and Sawyer in there. Gunner comes up with the puck. Finn McFarland, Caden playing D. Puck checked away by Finn. Finn's going to move it up the boards, goes to the point. Vale's going to push it back in deep. Caden's going to come up with the puck in the corner. Caden fighting for the puck in the corner. And Jackson Reed over there to help him out. He's going to take control of the puck, and he'll skate it out of the zone. And Vale's going to come up with the puck again. Excellent effort by Summit. Vale's going to push it out of there. And there's going to be a 2-on-2 going back the other way. Summit takes control, goes right to Vale. Shot on goal. Jackson Yu makes the first save, and Vale is able to put in the rebound. Vale scores. All right, 8 minutes, 21 seconds left in the third period. Summit is down by 3-0. Jackson Fields takes the face off. Arlo and Hendrick in the corner battling for the puck. Jackson Fields comes up with it, skates it out of the zone, some speed. He is going to take it into the zone, gets poke checked away by Vale. Vale's going to come back the other way. Stolen by Jeremiah. Jeremiah's going to circle back around and take the puck into the zone. Hendrick trailing, poke checked away by Vale. Vale's going to scoot it out of the zone, and Arlo's going to take control of the puck. He's going to skate it forward. Oh, a lot of players around him. Attempts to dump it deep in the zone, can't get it in, and Jeremiah's going to keep it alive. And Vale's going to dump it deep into the zone, and Bodie Lowe's going to chase after it. And he pushes it around, and he'll skate it out. And Bodie's going to go back the other way, and that's going to be offsides and a Summit. 7 minutes, 13 seconds left in the third period. Summit is down 3-0. Jackson Reed wins the faceoff. Bodie trying to push the puck forward. We have the Houston Twins, Jackson Reed, Bodie, and Arlo on the ice. And Vale's going to come up with it. Bodie with an excellent defensive play. Jackson Reed in there. And the puck squirts to Arlo. Arlo's going to skate it out of the zone and get tripped up here. Max is going to try to keep it alive, pushes it deep into the zone, taken away by Vale. Ben's going to apply some pressure there. It's going to go back around. Vale's going to send it out, and they're not going to call icing on this. Bodie's going to go chase after the puck. He'll take it around, makes a move, and he'll skate it out. As you got a 2-on-2 break going the other way, and Bodie's going to make a move here. And he's going to lose the puck. He's looking for someone to center to. Finds Jackson Reed. He can't quite get it on a stick. And Vale's going to try to clear. Bodie keeps it alive at the point. Sawyer's got the puck now. And he's going to shoot on goal. Saved by the goalie. And it's going to go back around to Max. It's going to squirt all the way back into the Summit zone. Bodie's going to hustle and take control of the puck. He's going to take it behind the net. And he'll skate it out of the zone. And we have a 2-on-2 going back the other way. Bodie's going to shoot. Save. Summit's not able to do anything with the rebound, and Vale's going to be able to push it out. This might have enough to be... they're going to wave off icing. And Arlo's going to take control of the puck. He's going to pass it up to Gunner. Gunner's going to get it out of the zone. And struggle in the corner. Jackson Reed comes up with the puck. He's going to turn back the other way on a 1-on-3. And he's going to keep going. He's going to shoot on goal. It's going to be saved. Summit doing all the right things. They just can't get it past that goalie. 5 minutes left in the third period. Face off in Vale zone. We got Jackson Fields in there. He's got Sawyer and Gunner in there with him. Caden and Finn McFarland on D. Caden dumps it deep into the corner, keeping it alive. Vale's going to take control, and they're going to push it back the other way. Excellent defensive play by Caden. Blocks the puck, gets on net. Jackson Yu makes a save. All right, Jackson Fields take the face off. Bill taking control. They take a shot on net, deflected in front, saved by Jackson Yu, picked up by Caden. Caden's going to send it around the back of the net. Gunner to pick up the puck. He's going to push the puck out of the zone, clears the puck. Bill takes control, and they're going to pass it back in, taken away by Jackson Fields, and he's going to take it behind the net and skate it forward. Runs into Gunner. Vale's going to pick it back up again. Excellent defensive play by Caden. He's going to break it up. Finn McFarland's going to take control of the puck behind the net. and he will skate the puck out of the zone. He's going back and into a lot of traffic. Jackson Fields is going to pick up the puck again. He's going to take a shot on goal, save. Caden's going to try to keep it alive, flips over his stick. Puck pops out of the zone, and he's going to pass it up, intercepted by Vale. And there's going to be a tripping call on Summit. 3 minutes, 41 seconds left in the third period. Summit is down 3-0. Vale will go on a power play. All right, Jackson Reed take the face off, wins, goes to Vale. Vale's going to turn around to the point. Gunner's going to apply some pressure. Or sorry, Jeremiah. Shot on goal, saved by Jackson Yu. Vale passes it to the point. It's going to take a shot, gets blocked in front. Bodie's going to come up with it, passes it to Jeremiah. Jeremiah's going to pass it out of the zone. Almost. Jackson Reed battling for it. Vale comes up with it. They're going to pass it forward. Bodie Lowe's going to apply some pressure. Excellent poke checked away. Jeremiah's going to pick it up in the neutral zone. Jackson Reed's going to keep the puck in play. Squirts back over to Vale. Bodie steals the puck away. They send it around the boards to Arlo. And right to Jackson Reed. He's going to take it the other way on a one-on-one. Passes it to Jeremiah. Excellent pass. Jeremiah's going to get a chance and scores. Jeremiah scores. Excellent assist by Jackson Reed. 2 minutes, 3 seconds left in the period. Summit is down 3-1. They're on the board. Jackson Fields take the face off. He's got the Houston Twins next to him. Bodie and Arlo are on D. .238 left in the third. Full strength. All right. Jackson Fields wins the face-off. Bale's able to push into the zone. Arlo pushes it right back out. Max in the corner trying to battle for the puck. Bale sends it around the boards. Bodie's going to pick up the puck on the boards and taken away by Jackson Fields. Fields is going to send it back around the boards. Summit's going to reset. Arlo's going to now take the puck and push it forward. Meets a lot of traffic. Gets in. And that is going to be, I believe, offsides on Vale. Two minutes left in the third period. Summit is down 1-3. Jackson Fields to take the face off. Houston Twins next to him. Arlo and Bodie still playing D here. Then able to push the puck up. Blocked by Max. Max is going to push the puck up against the boards. Goes back to Arlo. Arlo's going to skate the puck forward. Arlo's got Jackson Fields next to him. He's going to take it all the way to the net. Shoot, save. No one in front to control the rebound. And Vale's going to come back the other way, going fast. Excellent defensive play by Bodie. He poke checks it away. Struggle for the puck. Bodie takes control. He's going to take it out of the zone. Ben picks up the puck. Gets it to Bodie. Bodie's going to skate it in. Poke checked away by Vale. Jackson Fields is going to go after it. and he will dump it deep in the zone. Summit still has 5 skaters on the ice. 1 minute left in the third. Summit's going to switch it up here. Caden's going to come in on D. He's going to take control of the puck. Keeps it alive. Gets it to Jackson Reed. Reed can't hold on to it. Fields also in there. Sawyer's going to come out on the ice and help out in the corner and dig it out. 42 seconds left in the third period. Summit still trying to take control. Max able to keep it in play. Vale's going to skate it into the Summit zone. Excellent poke check by Bodie to break it up. Bodie's going to go back the other way, and he's going to make a little move. Sawyer in there to pick up. Sawyer's going to take a shot. It goes wide right of the goal. Excellent try. Reed's going to pick it up. 10 seconds left in the period. And there's going to be a whistle with 4 seconds left in the period. Jackson Yu was trying to get out of the net, but couldn't quite get to the bench. All right, Jackson Reed to take the face off, and with 4 seconds left, they're going to try to finish strong here. And that's the buzzer. Bell wins this game 3-1.